Ever wondered what magic transforms simple ingredients like water, barley, hops, and yeast into that amber nectar we all know and love as beer? Welcome into the world of brewing, a centuries-old craft that combines elements of both art and science. Today, we're going to demystify this process, breaking down the brewing journey from grain to glass in a way that's easy to understand. The brewing process begins with malting. This is where barley grains are soaked in water, allowed to germinate, then heated to stop the germination. This process develops the enzymes needed for modifying the grain's starches into sugars. These sugars will later be fermented by yeast to produce alcohol. Next up, we have the mashing process. The malted barley is mixed with hot water, activating those enzymes we just mentioned. They start to break down the grain's remaining starches into sugars, creating a sweet liquid known as wort. This wort is the basis for the beer. Now we move on to the boiling stage. The wort is boiled and hops are added for flavor. Depending on when they're added during the boil, hops can contribute different qualities to the beer. Early additions add bitterness, while later ones provide aroma. After boiling, the wort is cooled quickly and moved into a fermentation vessel. This is where yeast comes into play. The yeast consumes the sugars in the wort, producing alcohol, carbon dioxide, and other flavors that define the beer's taste and character. Once fermentation is complete, the beer is conditioned or aged. During this stage, any remaining yeast and sediments settle out, and the beer's flavor continues to develop and mature. Finally, the beer is carbonated if it wasn't naturally carbonated during fermentation, then filtered and packaged into bottles, cans, or kegs, and voila, it's ready for you to enjoy. To summarize, the brewing process consists of several key steps. Malting, where barley is prepared for brewing. Mashing, where the malted barley is mixed with hot water to create wort. Boiling, where the wort is boiled and hops are added. Fermenting, where yeast consumes the sugars in the wort to produce alcohol. Conditioning, where the beer matures and develops its flavor. And finally, packaging, where the beer is prepared for distribution and consumption. Each step of this process plays a critical role in transforming humble ingredients into a complex and flavorful brew. From the maltster's artful preparation of barley, through the brewer's careful orchestration of mashing, boiling, and fermenting, to the final stages of conditioning and packaging, beer brewing is truly a labor of love. So the next time you raise a glass, remember the journey that beer has taken to get there. It's a story of tradition, craftsmanship, and a little bit of science, all mixed together to create a beverage that's been celebrated for centuries. Cheers to that!